Foxconn forecasts strong AI growth in 2025. Honhai chairman Young Liu predicted that 2025 will be the first year of AI. The company noted that global demand for AI computing infrastructure remains strong, with capital expenditure from major communications service providers expected to maintain strong growth this year. For Q1 2025, Foxconn expects its AI server revenue to grow more than 100%, both quarter-on-quarter and year-over-year. The company stated, "As the GB200 enters mass production, we believe AI server revenue will improve quarter by quarter." The company also believes that the technical methods used by Chinese startup DeepSeek will accelerate the popularization of AI servers for inference, thereby driving an increase in overall computing power demand.
Tesla mulls low-cost Model Y to regain market share in China. Tesla is reportedly developing a more compact, lower-cost Model Y in Shanghai under Project E41 to regain market share in China. Citing people with knowledge of the matter, Reuters reported that the new version will be more compact and be at least 20% cheaper to manufacture than the refreshed Model Y. Mass production is expected to begin at the Shanghai factory from 2026, said two of the three sources. The Shanghai output will be mainly sold in China, one of the people said, to defend market share. The low-cost model will also be manufactured in Europe and North America, the person added, without specifying a timeline. Gold briefly tops 3,000 amid trade uncertainty, safe haven demand. Gold hit a record high on Friday, briefly surpassing $3,000 an ounce before retreating, driven by economic uncertainty, trade tariffs, and safe haven demand. We see uncertainty over trade and tariffs continuing to buoy gold prices, and if trade tensions intensify and we see more retaliatory measures, safe haven demand for gold will continue, ING analysts said. A surge in central banks buying gold over the past 3 years to buy over 1,000 metric tons annually is a key factor, with Hargreaves Lansdow's head of fund research, Victoria Hasler, noting a shift away from US dollar reserves. Pepperstone's Quasar Elizundia sees potential for gold to reach $3,040 an ounce, depending on the Fed's stance and trade tensions, while a Russia-Ukraine peace deal could ease market pressure.
Joby Aviation, Virgin Atlantic partner to launch UK air taxi service. Joby Aviation and Virgin Atlantic have partnered to launch Joby's air taxi service in the UK, expanding on Joby's existing agreement with Delta Airlines, which owns 49% of Virgin Atlantic.
Tesla's Optimus humanoid robot may travel to Mars next year. Elon Musk said SpaceX's Starship will depart for Mars by late 2026, carrying Tesla's Optimus humanoid robots. Musk said human landings could follow as early as 2029, though 2031 is more likely. The first Optimus robots are being tested in Tesla factories, with a second version launching this year to incorporate lessons learned from the initial deployment. Tesla aims to produce 10,000 units by year-end. Optimus is designed for both industrial and home use, with prices expected to drop below $20,000 after mass production is achieved. Hims & Hers sees surge in app downloads following Super Bowl ad. Hims & Hers Health saw strong year-over-year growth in February, with app downloads up 47% and web traffic rising 18%, according to Morgan Stanley's AlphaWise data. The downloads were driven by the Hers app downloads surging 212% year-over-year, far outpacing the Hims app's 4% growth. The spike followed Hims & Hers Super Bowl ad promoting its weight loss offerings.
BYD unveils 1,000 kilowatt EV chargers, can charge as fast as pumping gas. BYD plans to build a nationwide fast charging network in China, aiming to match the convenience of refueling gas cars. The company will deploy over 4,000 BYD Super E-platform units, offering peak charging speeds of 1,000 kilowatts, more than twice Tesla's current capacity. According to BYD founder Wang Chuanfu, the system will enable EVs to travel 249 miles on a 5-minute charge. In comparison, Tesla's V4 superchargers currently reach 325 kilowatts, with plans to increase to 500 kilowatts, requiring 15 minutes for a 200-mile charge and a full charge taking 30 minutes.
Alphabet announces deal with Wiz for $32 billion. Alphabet announced a $32 billion all-cash acquisition of cybersecurity startup Wiz to enhance its cloud security offerings. Wiz's services will remain compatible with major cloud platforms, including AWS, Azure, and Oracle Cloud. Alphabet previously considered acquiring Wiz for $23 billion last summer, but talks stalled over regulatory approval concerns. The deal includes a $3.2 billion termination fee due to potential antitrust risks.
Toronto ends Tesla incentives for taxis amid US trade dispute. Tesla faces growing consumer backlash in Canada as Toronto ends financial incentives for its vehicles used as taxis or for ride-sharing, citing the US trade dispute. While the financial impact is minimal, it signals potential long-term challenges for Tesla in Canada.
Can Tesla win over conservative car buyers as global backlash grows? While Oppenheimer sees some potential for a conservative customer base to offset losses, the firm notes Tesla's product line is not a great match and that its dealer service infrastructure is not well positioned geographically to serve the conservative demographic in the US. Tesla has recently gained popularity among Republicans while losing support from Democrats. In late 2024, Tesla buyers were more likely to identify as Republicans than Democrats for the first time, primarily due to a decline in Democrat support rather than a significant increase in Republican purchases. Recent polling has shown that 26% of Republican voters have indicated they would consider a Tesla purchase, which is up from 13% last August, but this will likely not offset the loss of potential Democrat buyers.
DeepMind, Disney Research, and Nvidia, and we call it Newton. Hey, Blue. How are you doing? How do you like your new physics engine? You like it, huh? Yeah, I bet. I know. Tactile feedback, rigid body, soft body simulation, super real time. Can you imagine just now what you were looking at is complete real-time simulation? This is how we're going to train robots in the future. Just so you know, Blue has two Nvidia computers inside. Look how smart you are. Yes, you're smart. Okay. All right.
GE Vernova to supply 109 turbines for 2 RWE wind farms in Texas. RWE is repowering its 127 megawatts Forest Creek wind farm in Texas and will start construction on the 181 megawatts Honey Mesquite project in fall 2025. The projects will deliver a combined 308 megawatts using 109 GE Vernova turbines. Forest Creek's upgrade extends its lifespan by 30 years, while Honey Mesquite is set to go online in late 2026.
Tesla removed from 2025 Vancouver International Auto Show amid safety concerns. Tesla was reportedly asked to withdraw from the event due to a primary concern for the safety of workers, attendees, and exhibitors after being given multiple chances to do so voluntarily. Eric Nickel, executive director of the event, said the decision wasn't easy but was made in light of the recent escalating events throughout North America. Tesla's removal follows protests in Vancouver and Ottawa over the weekend, which denounced CEO Elon Musk's role advising U.S. President Donald Trump. CrowdStrike's Falcon platform earns FedRAMP High authorization. CrowdStrike's Falcon platform has received FedRAMP High authorization, allowing it to be used by U.S. federal agencies by earning FedRAMP, or Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program. High authorization, CrowdStrike's Falcon platform will be allowed to handle highly sensitive information and protect it from cyber threats. It also means it is compliant with the highest federal security standards, CrowdStrike said in a statement.
Planet Labs stock falls on disappointing revenue guidance. Planet Labs achieved a milestone, posting its first positive adjusted EBITDA in Q4 since going public in 2021. However, its projected full-year revenue of $260 million to $280 million fell short of analyst expectations of $273.8 million, leading to a 10% drop in shares after hours on Thursday. Planet Labs expects increased European defense spending to boost demand for its imaging services, following a sharp rise in its project backlog in Q4. The company's backlog more than doubled to $498 million, more than doubling from $232 million in late October, with one-third expected to be realized within a year. Over 70% of its revenue comes from government contracts. To strengthen its global footprint, the company secured key deals with the European Space Agency and a $230 million agreement with Japan's Sky Perfect JSAT, expanding its Asia-Pacific presence.
Citi sees Nvidia's growing HBM adoption as a positive for Micron. The new Rubin chip will contain 288 gigabytes of HBM4 DRAM, 50% more content compared to the current Blackwell generation, analyst Christopher Danley wrote in a note to clients.
Darden Restaurants Cheddar partners with Uber Direct for exclusive takeout delivery. Like its Olive Garden program, Cheddar now allows diners to order takeout directly through its app, with delivery handled exclusively by Uber Direct's national network. This move mirrors Amazon's Buy with Prime model, but for food delivery. Businesses can leverage Uber's last-mile delivery network directly from their own websites, apps, and let Uber handle delivery logistics.
Apple TV Plus nears 45 million subscribers but still losing $1 billion annually. The Information. The company has been spending about $5 billion a year on content since 2019, though this has been reduced to $4.5 billion due to scrutiny after several high-profile movie flops, including Argylle. Apple TV Plus is part of Apple's services division, which reported a record $26.34 billion in revenue last quarter, up from $23.11 billion the previous year.
Production of Blackwell, and now in the second half of this year we'll easily transition into the upgrade. So we have the Blackwell Ultra NVLink 72, and so you're gonna, now that we have the same architecture, we'll just kind of gracefully glide into that, and that's called Blackwell Ultra. The next click, 1 year out, is named after an astronomer. Her name is Vera Rubin. She discovered dark matter. Okay, it's the, yep. Vera Rubin is incredible because the CPU is new. It's twice the performance of Grace, and more memory, more bandwidth, and yet just a little tiny 50-watt CPU is really quite incredible. Okay, and Rubin, brand new GPU, CX9, brand new networking smart NIC, NVLink 6, brand new NVLink, brand new memories, HBM4. Basically, everything is brand new, except for the chassis. And this way, we could take a whole lot of risk in one direction and not risk a whole bunch of other things related to the infrastructure. And so Vera Rubin, NVLink 144, is the second half of next year. And then this now sets the stage for the second half of the year, the following year, we call Rubin Ultra. Okay, so Vera Rubin Ultra. So this is Vera Rubin Ultra, second half of 27. It's NVLink 576, extreme scale up. Each rack is 600 kilowatts, 2.5 million parts, okay? And obviously a whole lot of GPUs. And everything is X factored more. So 14 times more flops, 15 exaflops. Instead of one exaflop, as I mentioned earlier, is now 15 exaflops, scaled up exaflops, okay? And it's 4.6 petabytes, so 4,600 terabytes per second scale up bandwidth. I don't mean aggregate, I mean scale up bandwidth. And of course, a brand new NVLink switch and CX9, okay? And so notice 16 sites, 4 GPUs in one package, extremely large NVLink. Now just put that in perspective. This is what it looks like, okay? Now this is going to be fun. So you are just literally ramping up Grace Blackwell at the moment, and I don't mean to make it look like a laptop, but here we go. Okay, so this is what Grace Blackwell looks like, and this is what Rubin looks like. ISO dimension.